You're now having visions of Alex Kinley attaching the jewel of judgment to his cock and inscribing a pattern that way. It is absolutely terrifying. It's just a mental image that you can't shake and want to. I said he's having visions of Alex Kinley attaching the jewel of judgment to his cock and inscribing a new pattern using that. It's a horrifying image.
Okay, so this way. Would it be up or down? Probably down. Where the hell is... Oh, I know that in the sewers there was a way to get to like the docks. I'm just trying to find it on the map. But my character knows where it is. I'm just trying to find it.
You have a map. The map may or may not be able to tell you where it is. Your character is just confused and lost. It's all up to
I remember where it is. I just need
to. Oh, by the way, other people have even different maps of the sewers and stuff that may be useful to demand that they give you their stuff.
That would be very useful, yes.
It's up to you to find out who they are and demand their fucking maps, because they were like, oh, his map is inaccurate here, but I have a better map. And I'm like, oh,
good.
This will make it shit in his cornflakes.
Okay. I think I found it.
So no shitting in the cornflakes yet.
Yeah. Okay. If that's what I think it is.
Famous last words.
That's what I think it is. Back to the sewers of disappointment. It's amazing how much screen time those things have gotten. I don't feel like I wasted any time on them at all.
No.
And just so you know, on my copy there are 350 notes.
Yeah, fuck off with that.
Yeah.
Well said. Like that.
Okay, I think that's it, yeah. Although he didn't... Damn it, why did you give better fucking directions? Alright, well,
Sewers of disappointment.
Across the bridge. Or out the hatch. What fucking hatch?
As Freddy looks at his notes and wonders, what the fuck?
Okay. It's part of the planning stage.
Yep. It's not like he's having to do this during combat. That would suck ass. You need to navigate us faster. While he's taking damage, just some guy. I'm spending all my hero points. No special powers for me.
We might just need to follow his directions the best of my ability. Because I can't... I don't know what he means by what he said.
What did he say?
Alec Kinley asks, what did he say?
So he said, mostly west, past the serial killer's collection room. What the fuck is that? Across the bridge, up the wall, watch out for traps, and out the hatch. And then there is a dock in an ocean cove. Now, what the fuck that is?
I think
I
so.
mean, we could just go to Alien Apocalypse, but go to the city, like the main city, and just ask, "Hey, does anyone know where old Buckethead is?" And maybe someone will give us direction.
I was going to say the funny thing is, I think that there's been about 7 concerted efforts to map out the sewers of disappointment, and I think only yours I'd call a mostly success.
Nah, kind of success.
The rest have been failures.
I didn't even bother. That's how much.
All right, I think we should. Also, in case you don't know about Alien Post-Apocalypse, guns bad. Don't use guns. Not that I think you will, but just saying.
No, I don't use guns generally.
Yeah. Because, do you know about the blue flame or no?
No.
So basically, when the aliens occupied the planet or the city, whatever, they have this satellite that shoots, vaporizes basically anyone that uses guns or vehicles or anything that augments your power to try and like do stuff with. So anything like guns or crossbows, bad. You'll get vaporized.
Even a crossbow. What?
Yeah. I think bows are okay because you need to like manually pull back the string and all that, but not too sure on that bit. But yeah, crossbows, nope. Guns, definitely nope. Vehicles, pretty sure nope, because you can run people over with that. So everyone's on foot basically, and just use swords, clubs. Yeah, there's no animals there you can ride, as far as I know.
Alright, we'll have to go native then, I guess. Let's get some native weaponry.
Yeah. Well, you have a sword, don't you?
Yeah, but I still want to go native. It could attract attention. I might just. No, I don't have a sword.
Nope. I was waiting for the air shoe to fall because I know where that sword is.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well,
The hammer, however, that's it.
He has a big,
alright, well, that'll work.
some sort of dwarvish runes adorn the huge ass hammer.
Yeah, no.
As in magic, which won't work. Yay.
Yay!
It's okay.
Alright, well, let's go and scout it out. Try and find it. Then we can make our plan from there. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Cut
Right.
to
Cleanse.
no problem. You end up in a ruined Clems. It looks like it's been lit on fire and broken up and stuff like that. And there's a dead Clem who looks like it's a very rotten corpse and such that looks like it's had its pants down and was bent over a counter or something like that.
Fuck's sake.
As you're going out, give me spot hidden rolls at full. It's something you may notice.
Poor Clem.
Got fucked, literally.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Right. Kinley doesn't notice it, but Freddie goes, "Doot, doot, 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 doot." And you notice that in the there's a barber pole, and it's got looks like the barber pole inside of it, and it looks as though it's been through a range of bodily fluids. At your quarter skill, you think shit, and blood, and the human viscera, the stuff that drips out of I forget what it's called off the top of my head. The stuff that comes out of the human body when it's rotting and stuff.
Yeah.
Irish mucusy stuff. And that's then after all that, it's been stuck in the barber pole thing. But why isn't the shop coming back?
Is it upside down or right side up?
It's upside down. You check it.
I don't want to touch that.
Alex, you see him over there looking closely at the barbershop pole.
Alex, how do you mind like turning the pole right side up or?
As you say that, you notice Alex is currently scanning the ruins. You see various furtive movements and such. They look like people with crude weaponry, like peering out at you guys. They seem to be a bit daunted by anybody who wears gold penis armor. Give me an intimidate roll, please. As you roar at them.
With my intimidation.
Like they just roars at them. This only seems to excite a couple of them who begin furiously masturbating.
This is a weird place you brought me us to.
What, you've never been here before?
Don't think so.
Do you have cards?
Oh, have you been to the alien post-apocalypse thing that had the alien ship in the sky before?
Nope.
Oh shit! You got 2 new tarot cards at last. Tarot cards at last is how it's
crazy, isn't it?
That is odd.
You've been here so long, you've never been here. Wow.
Well, I've never been to Sun. Everyone kept talking about it, but
it looks like it's a post-apocalypse thing. It looks like they would love to have a new, fresh apocalypse, but okay, you picked up the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles there, Kinley. Please make a note of it. Eventually, they've got like almost 5 other decks and stuff. Poor McKay. He's like, carry those needed cards. Where?
Is there like are there any rags or anything inside the barbershop? Towels, anything?
There's some on Clem's corpse that look like they have that goo and stuff on them.
Anything
it also
relatively clean?
In his pants. You find one of the old hot towels that's been missed.
Sure, I'll
it's not hot.
I wipe down the pole, and then like using the towel, like wrapping it around the pole, I'll turn it back upside.
As he's wiping down the pole, Kinley's looking at you and laughing because it looks like you're jacking off a whole barber pole. You turn it right side up and plant it back in and toss away the disgusting rag. It is pretty grim here. This whole place is nothing more than shells of buildings and such. It looks as though something really bad happened here and just continued getting worse. The only people you're seeing look like they are starving to death and running around with sticks trying to dig in the dirt or kill other people and eat them.
All right, Alex, do you want to go make some friends and see if they know where old Buckethead is?
Sure.
All right.
I'm good at making friends. Kind of.
All right. Does anything happen to the barbershop after I do that? No.
Not yet. I'll let you know when it does.
Okay. Yeah, let's go approach some friendly looking people.
There are no friendly looking people.
I know.
Run off if you approach them.
Yeah, what's he brought us into? What is this place?
Hey, seeing Kinley, because he's like literally more than twice as wide as any of them. Like, because Freddy is a thin dude, and this makes sense to them. But seeing a really heavily muscular guy in full armor and stuff is freaking them out.
Hey, wait. We have questions. We'll give you food if you answer them.
They run faster.
They want cigarettes.
Give me a fast dog at half. Maybe one guy will risk it.
Okay.
Looking for the guy with the yellow fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Oh shit! One guy stops in the eyes. He goes, "Let me see the cigarettes."
I need to go get them. Do you mind waiting?
He looks at you like you're on crack.
I promise I have cigarettes. If you wait there 2 minutes, I'll be back.
Mm.
Alright, I'm gonna whisper to Alex. Make sure he doesn't go anywhere. I'll be back. Just 2 minutes.
The guy's
I'm gonna.
like he's ready to run as soon as Alex.
I shake my head.
Give me a minute,
I'm gonna.
Alex.
I'm gonna trump back to the embassy, run over to Clem's, go to Burlington, and then Clem's back to.
The guy's terrified. No problem. It shows you being chased by a crowd of different animal-headed people waving papers and scrolls and bags of money.
Sorry.
And eventually you get over to Clem's and stuff. It shows them like hitting it like a tidal wave after you've gone. You go over to where?
Burlington.
Grab cigarettes, go back, and then go back to the disgusting Clem's where you're kind of squatting in the ruins with a hot towel on your face. Take that off and go out, and the guy's just sitting there looking at Alex and like he's just absolutely terrified of him. There's a good 10 meters between them, but the guy's like, Alex is just staring at him, and the guy's just.
I was shaking my head. Don't run.
Alright, so I'm like, I have the cigarettes in my hand, and I take one out. I'm like, yeah, you want?
One of the packs out? You've got a whole cart. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I take one of the packs out.
He nods.
Alright, tell us where Buckethead is.
How do I know you give me the cigarettes?
I'll take one cigarette out and toss it over to him.
There's
the rest after.
Propel a cigarette 10 meters. It's just you're lucky to get a whole meter out.
I'll just throw it on the floor then. In front of him.
He goes, oh, just throw me the pack. You've got a whole carton.
Answer the question, and I'll give you all of it.
Oh, he points toward the huge ruined city in the distance.
Can you be more specific?
If you go there, you won't have to worry about finding him. He'll find you.
And then we'll find him.
He holds up his hands for these cigarettes.
And how many men does he have?
He rolls on his competency. 3.5 million.
Thanks. Here. I throw in the cigarettes.
It's okay.
Woo! He says he attempts to catch it.
1.75 million each. Freddie.
He eventually picks him up and goes and runs off.
Alright, well, shall we?
Sure.
He stops and he goes, be careful. They even have patrols and traps. They'll kill you and eat you like they do everybody else. Everybody dies. He runs off.
Yeah.
Bye.
Alright, I'll watch out for traps then. Okay. So we're just scouting, basically. Trying to find out where they are and all that.
Could you describe how you're getting there? I mean, aside from looking for traps, you mentioned that. I got that. Anything else more specific as far as...
No, we're not walking out in the open.
Yeah. So you want to attempt to sneak in your black, bright gold reflective penis armor?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm good at stuff.
You have to be wearing armor like that. Take a negative 10% on your stealth for this one, Kinley. Both of you guys give me stealth rolls. This is to avoid premature detection. Shows the sun dancing off of the penis armor, and everybody's like, that's just a wrecked car.
Exactly 77. Wow.
Freddie is like barely hidden at all, and Alex is sitting there in full penis armor, like just flexing in the background, and nobody sees him. You hate him so much, Freddie. You almost get spotted many times. Both of you give me spot hidden rolls to avoid any traps that you were previously warned about. You guys know that they're there and stuff, so you're not today negatives. Kinley's like, there's one. That one won't even work. That one's there, yeah.
That one can scratch my back.
Right, you guys both go, yeah, we'll avoid all the traps. You're going through, it's a very Fallout type of landscape with the ruined, broken buildings and stuff like that. And no, I don't. Stop it. Stop it. And eventually you come to closer to the city itself, and you see a giant bucket with somebody's drawn on eyes and a big snarling mouth onto it and such. And you can see it looks like some sort of camp thing, and they've got people in cages. It looks as though they've got, and you're like, where the fuck did they get all these cages? Nobody knows. Where did they get the giant pot that sometimes people go into? Nobody knows. They probably bought it from headhunters or something like that. But it appears that there's roughly 70 people left. In other words, they've eaten about 30, or they've let them go. Yeah, sure. And it looks like there's a large band of raiders led by some guy wearing a bucket on his head. And the large band is probably 40 or 50 guys and gals mixed. They don't look extremely well armed. It looks like quantity is its own quality. So they, one of the guys is sitting there with a can of spray paint going, and yeah, they have all kinds of just junk that they're living in among, and there's other guys that are busy grilling and things like that.
Do I see him in any of the cages?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
It doesn't look like they're doing very well. You guys are quite a way off, but with those kind of spot hidden rolls, I'm not even asking for more. You're thinking that the most mighty weapon that any of these other guys have looks like throwing spears. And then they have chains and spears and stuff like that. They all seem to have, or pipes, or the bucket guy is got a big piece of rebar that has like spiky bits that have been attached to it and such. So he looks like a really strong dude and all that. But yeah, they're just sitting around chilling in the waste and whatnot, and you see him taking one of the people out of the cage and like beating, or actually first comes the quite unnecessary sex scenes, call it bad stuff, and then they kill the person, then they barbecue the person. Wow. Yeah, these guys are really, they're despicable. And yeah. Well, or recruit them into your new army, whichever. Yeah, I don't know if you want anybody quite this rough working for you.
All right.
A little different than the people from Kinleyville, who are generally good-natured and happy and respectful. These guys are more butt rapey. Oh, it looks like the pieces of the person on the barbecue.
What do you think, Alex? Plan A, or do you have any other suggestions what we might do?
I still think, even how they're armed, 50 people is still a lot of people.
It is a lot of fucking people.
Well, yeah.
Close to the ocean here. The city is right up against the ocean. So, yeah.
If we're able to free those people and arm them, well, that would even the odds up a little.
Give me an evidence analysis roll when he says that there, Kinley.
Yeah.
You're thinking two things here. A, it didn't work well the first time when they were armed before they all got snatched and put into cages. And B, none of them look like they're in very good shape. It looks like they've been tortured for about a week so far. Yeah, super weak.
All right. Well, then, I guess we're doing a Batman 2.0 assassination attempt.
Well,
you're going to lure Buckethead into an elevator? What?
I mean, yeah, if we can kill the leader. They should maybe disband. I don't know.
These guys are a bit more savage than that. I think it's going to be a case of coming up with something
Kill
clever
all of them.
to either distract or take out a large bunch of them. I can think. For some reason, I just saw this really elegant, like tablecloth, big table with all these silver trays of luxurious foods. And we're like, come and get it, come get your poison. I mean, come and get your dinner.
Well, yeah, we could do that, but just deliver some booze or something. Just poison the booze.
I'm sorry, I can't be part of that.
Oh, come on. We can get you more booze.
That's not the point. That's sacrilege. Poison booze.
He's got you there.
The purest thing in the world. Poison the cigarettes. That's all right. Poison food. Poison anything.
How the hell do we poison cigarettes? Okay, fine. Fine, we won't do the booze.
It shows you hiding behind this really small bush, ready to get caught at any moment. Kinley is over behind a vehicle that has like a face-size hole, and he's got his face through it, like one of those things.
Wait, vehicle? What vehicle?
They have a lot of wrecked vehicles and such junked all over the place here.
Okay.
You're thinking it's only a matter of time before somebody finally spots you. Kinley, they may never spot you with your shitty stealth soon. If you want to stay here, it's only a matter of time. There's a lot of them, and it looks like they're just sitting down for lunch.
Let's move away a bit so we can talk.
Done. You guys move like a kilometer away, so you're perfectly safe. You find a little ruined thing that's easy to defend. You hang out there and talk. You got a nice view of people coming up on you and stuff.
Depending on how much you want to put into this, I mean, we could spend a couple of days watching these guys to see what their kind of sleep patterns are, or movement patterns.
I mean, I don't know how much people they consume. Like one person a day, or as every day that goes by, more people
50 people
will get eaten.
Yeah. 50 people? Yeah, no. I'm thinking a couple of people a day at least.
Well,
since you hear it, sounds like one of those iron triangles being rung. Ding, 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 ding.
What dinner time?
Alex hurries over.
well, they must drink something. Water, I don't know what they drink. If we can find their water supply or whatever, we could poison that.
I like that. That's a good idea. They must have water. Even more than food, you need water.
Well, they must drink something, yeah. The problem is, where is it, and how do we get to it?
There looked like there was a lot of different tanks there in there. They didn't have like one big fucking tank. Oh, right back.
We could always go in disguise.
Okay, and then do it from the inside, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What if they have, like, code words or something? Nah, they don't seem that smart.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they're that. I can't see them being that.
Yeah.
Organized.
It'd
be fun to live like them for a day.
What if they make you eat people? I'm not eating people.
You might have to sacrifice certain things to
look, I draw the line at, like, eating bugs. But people, we should rescue them, not eat them.
Just think of it as you're eating a small bit of person to save many people.
I don't want to be a cannibal.
You don't have to be I'm not saying change your diet plan to people only. I'm just saying you need to get in the character.
I know.
It's the best way it's the only way we're going to get in close. Without having to kill everyone.
Alright, and then... Alright, let's assume we get in. How are we going to poison the water supply? Like, do you know poison? Chemistry?
I know alchemy.
Okay.
I suppose.
Real quick, as far as disguise goes, the only bad thing is Kinley would have to disguise himself as 5 people all huddled under one coat because he's literally 5 times as large as anybody else there.
That is true.
You are massively muscular and slick.
It looks like it's a solo job for you.
That's a card. You send him in by himself. There you go, buddy. Have fun. Try not to die.
Alright, Alright, well, if you can disguise both of us, we'll get the poison.
You know he can't disguise both of you. He'd be
What?
lucky to disguise you. Because these people are half starved and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
he can disguise himself as crazy, but he looks like he is like in peak physical shape.
Yeah.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to fit in with the Aborigines.
But I mean, surely Buckethead's their leader's quite probably well.
Yeah, he's smaller than you, dude. It's like comparing a normal muscular guy to Arnold Schwarzenegger at his peak.
What if you
would be the new Buckethead at best.
What if you were like a leader of some distant gang come to negotiate trade, that you have people to sell for them to eat or something?
It might be a bit suspicious. I've only bought one other person, and that's you.
And they're gonna eat you.
Well, I didn't say I want to. Oh, okay.
It's a taste.
Damn.
It's an appetite.
Wow. And that's how Freddy died.
Okay.
Alex traded me up as a start.
That's why I traded Freddy to the cannibals. I mean, it looks like it might be possible to sneak in if everybody was asleep, distracted, something like that. But just walking in, you guys do not fit in around here at all.
We might be able to go in at the cover of night, sneak in, poison the water, sneak out.
There's a lot of different waters that would need to be poisoned as your gas.
Yeah.
One big tank. So that would be possible, but really hard to pull off.
Whoa. We poisoned their food supply.
Yeah, let's not do that.
All the rescued people are dead. You're like, we win! One good bomb or strafing run possibly from an aircraft would probably do it.
Yeah, we don't have
details.
I don't have demolitions or anything. Do you have demolitions? No, you don't. Of course you don't.
Demons.
Or we could, instead of poisoning the water, which might take more time, just empty it all. Then they'll need to go out and get more, leaving the base a bit less defended. And then we might be able to maybe take them out at night.
We're close to the ocean. don't know where we can use that to our advantage.
You're also in like the outskirts of a ruined city and stuff. That looks like pretty much like a ruined city in the Fallout games and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if only we could use guns, it would be so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Just hide in the building, shoot them all one by one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, having you and Alex go in, hammer them down one at a time, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
That'd be a rough fucking fight. You don't need any hero points. I like that the players are powerful enough that they're like, we can't do this. They're like, what's the most efficient method?
Well, we can't just walk in and kill everyone. That's suicide.
Well,
Even for Alex, can we?
I don't know. He might.
With no magic? Yeah, no.
Yeah, he might. He might kill them all. I don't know. Well, he is working with a new weapon now. That's not a sword, so yeah, that does weaken him a bit.
Why do you not have a sword? Why did you sword?
Yeah, it kind of got given away, and then something happened to it. God knows what.
Why don't you just get another sword?
I did get another sword, but I haven't got one yet. I'll put the hammer.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, trying to get what else we can do to
Right.
no, that's not gonna I'm just wondering if we there's no way. There's no way you can disguise yourself as Buckethead, is there?
No. I'm going to shoot him here. Unless he's just growing open up. Like, God damn it.
I mean, yeah, you can make up some bullshit and say, I just had this delicious human meat that made me grow much bigger or something.
Then they will look at me like, oh, we must eat him now.
Fair point.
Yeah, I don't even know if there'll be any hesitation. There are also places, if you don't mind climbing up like damaged buildings that could collapse or wherever, that you can lay on top of if you wanted to just observe them. Better if you had binoculars.
I do have binoculars.
Then yes, if you don't mind making a climb roll each and get onto a fairly precarious thing, then you could get an observation point if you feel like it.
I mean, we already know what's there, so I don't.
Yeah.
Unless we want to, like, do some surveillance, basically, like, figure out what their routine is. And
like you said, the more we do that, the more people will die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
I think you've got to tell yourself, though, if we never chose to come here in the first place, all these people would be dying anyway. So even if it takes a couple more to die, so we can get the plan right, better than doing that and rushing in and fucking it up and we all die. Sometimes, actually, being a paladin, you've got to sacrifice few to save the many.
I have an idea, but yeah, okay.
I'm all ears.
Kind of an idea. So, you know those blue and white gem? Fuck, Joshua. Fuck it. Never mind. Can't get them.
The ones that are magical?
No, they weren't magical. They're just worth a fuck ton of money. And Joshua locked them in the embassy, and he's the only one who has access to them. So even if we wanted to sell one of them to buy a grenade or something, can't do that.
I thought grenade would be a kind of thing that would get you vaporized in this zone.
Yeah. Fair point. Yeah. I still think the poison their water supplies are best bet. I mean, unless you have like a brilliant idea.
There are multiple sources of water supplies, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
But depends where the water supply is coming from.
Yeah, where is that water coming from?
Well, there's a big ocean there. That's going to be...
Yeah, that's salt water, though.
But unless they're finding a way of... Let's go down to the seafront. Let's see if we can find... Can you say big, ominous pipes that are leering?
No problem. You guys head down there and look around. Oh shit! Give me a stealth roll. Somebody's coming by. Freddy stands up, make sure to silhouette himself against the sky. Kinley barely makes his. That's odd. Ooh, now Freddy's the ninja and he's hiding behind Alex. No problem. You guys barely managed to avoid like 5 or 6 people. They're coming down. And they're like, they're bitching about that they didn't get as much meat as they wanted and stuff. And there's like half a dozen of them, 6 guys. Well, guys and girls, various colors, various genders. And looks like they're getting ready to start fishing down here. You haven't seen a water desalination plants or anything like that here.
Well, I know where one is, but I don't know if they know where that is.
Yeah, they proceed setting up lines and stuff like that. There's also they're like wading in, looking around with spears and stuff for fish. They're not great at fishing, but they're doing their best to try.
Alex, do you think we can take them out?
You guys are a decent ways away from the city and such, but if they were to make too much noise, dun 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 dun.
I was just more interested about what they were saying. They seemed like disgruntled employees.
They all look pretty crazy, wild-eyed, thin, and yeah, dirty.
Yeah, but they're going,
I didn't get enough
this
meat.
sucks. We didn't get enough meat.
Yeah. We're going to get our fish. We're going to make a fire here. We're going to eat it here. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. You know, hey, does anybody know how to make meth? No, you ask us that every day, bitch.
You know, Alex, we could just go the diplomatic route and offer them real food in exchange for giving up their leader and releasing the prisoners.
I've got a better idea.
I'm listening.
We offer some food and then get them to go back and tell some of their mates about it, and then we sowed seeds of dissension. And then what we do, we wait until we build up enough of a following, so it's about half and half, and then we pop the fucking, we're here to challenge you, and the other half will go, no, you're not, and the other half will go, we're sick of your shit, we want more meat, they give us meat, and then hopefully they will kill each other. Something like that.
Sure. Although we do need to go get the meat first. I think Burlington probably has some steaks or something. Maybe in the shop, I don't know. Hot dogs, I don't know. What was in the store other than food wise? Yeah, it'll take a while.
Hot dogs. Armor hot dogs. What kind of
I'd give
kid
it out for
likes
a plethora of penguins.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Shows more prisoners appear in the cages. God damn it, says Kinley. Throws down the car. That is their food supply. Fuck.
Well, like I said, it's good to know that. I mean, there's definitely some dissension there, isn't it?
Yeah, all of them have sharpened teeth, and several of them are wearing things like necklaces of fingers. One's got a necklace of ears, etc. One's wearing, looks like a shirt made out of human skin.
I mean, I think they're literally just doing this because they don't have anything else to eat.
Actually, there's fish in the sea. There's a lot of different shit to eat.
Oh.
You're thinking, give me a survival roll to know stuff.
What kind of survival?
Not Arctic, not desert. What else you got?
All right. Jungle, forest.
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 He's been learning to fucking survive. I thought he was the hate the outdoors guy.
I am.
Yeah, yes, you are. Yeah, you're pretty sure. Oh, wait, Kinley, try it. Forest, plains, coastal. Pretty much just not the extremes, because this is not really an extreme environment.
Oh.
Yeah. Both of you have area lore or farming lore or anything like that?
Area lore?
Any kind of farming skills? San Angeles lore? Anything?
I have biology, but...
Natural history. Natural history. You guys might have that. Or botany. Botany would be good.
I mean, I have them, but not like,
Yeah, give it a try.
Sure, I'll try botany.
They're both exactly the same, so I'll try and get a check in.
Go for botany. Yeah, good call. Yeah. Eating people seems good to you. Freddy's like, might not taste that bad.
Kill them all.
Right.
Drink. Let's drink. Yeah, so.
But yeah, these guys really, for all their bitching, they really seem into the whole cannibal thing.
From the time we were observing,
You're still observing.
Buckethead looked like he was really, ruling with a real iron fist.
You couldn't tell because you only got to see that you guys didn't do any proper surveillance or anything. You just kind of took a quick sneak and peek.
We need to get more information here or otherwise.
Yeah, do you want to climb up onto a building and do that? Or
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. If you want to do it.
Okay.
Both of you guys give me sneak rolls to leave the fishing area.
Fuck.
Right. Freddy gets spotted. Cool. See if any of them actually spot him. Let's see. I got 6 of them to work with.
I'll play a reroll.
Okay. Damn it. Sure, go for your reroll. It'd be funnier if I rolled 98 on all of them. They're like,
wow.
Wow. Fucking Freddy is ninja. Here comes Alex to do his stealth roll to get out of there. Let's see if he can match it. Stealth first to get away from the fishing people.
Oh, yeah.
And then climb rolls to go up into a building. Freddy, you're done making stealth rolls for a while.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I did. See Freddy scale up like a third story of a building where there's like a little bit of flat stuff and some rubble, and he's like laying behind it going, looking through his binoculars, Mr. Fancy. Alex tromps over there and goes, "You're not seeing shit." Just walks over there. Nobody sees it. And give me a climb roll, Alex. If you fail the climb roll, give me a strength roll to pull down the structure that Freddy's laying in.
Nice. That would be hilarious.
It would be. Shows Freddy. Ah! Okay. Right. And Alex Donkey Kongs his way up there, like throw some barrels off at some fucking Italian plumber guy who's trying to get up to where you guys are. Right. You guys are now doing surveillance. Who would like to be primary? Who wants to support?
How good are you?
I mean,
he stares
I can do it as a living.
You can do it as a living.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could also do it as a living.
Hmm.
Better.
All right, well, do you want to do it? I'll support you then.
Okay.
Come on, fumble, Freddy. Give him a negative 10 and say, "Fuck your living." Oh, damn it. All right. So, Kinley, you got a +5. Dun, 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 dun. And you guys, fortunately, have the binoculars, which make life much easier. Oh,
30. By half.
Great. Buckethead isn't really like beating up people or whatever. I mean, if somebody backtalks him, they'll cuff him, but it looks like that's expected. And give me empathy rolls on the group of bad guys. You don't really care how the good guys feel because they're in cages right now.
Yeah.
The bad guys are really into the whole "we're living the wasteland dream" thing, so they're into this. You notice that one of the guys in the cages seems to be too, because like some guy will go over and beat up somebody else, and he'll be like, "Why aren't you beating on me?" And he's like rubbing his nipples and stuff, and they're like, and they just ignore him, and he looks all dejected.
Is he doing like reverse psychology or something to survive?
Give me psychoanalysis rolls to try to figure out his deal.
That would be the Stockholm syndrome.
Amazing.
Wow. No, you're thinking he's just a freak in a cage.
Well. All right then. Fucking weird. All of them are fucking weird. Cool.
But also during the time that you're watching, essentially you watch throughout the day, and we're going to cut to the next day. What happens is they send off various parties. They keep like a dozen people here. Buckethead goes off with the parties, and they go out scavenging, and then they come back later with stuff, just all kinds of garbage and whatnot.
How long roughly are they out for?
Hours, couple hours, 2-3 hours.
How many of them go?
All except for 12. They break into different groups stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess you'd have to if you were to survive.
Yeah, they can't just fucking hang out here all the time. They would like, but no.
What about water? Where do they get their water from? Or do they bring back water?
They come back with additional water as well as big amounts of crap. Like, they're working on trying to make new weapons out of like grunting, scraping, and snot type things. I mean, yeah, these are not skilled people. Their weapons are not great, except for Buckethead's. His is pretty intimidating.
Does Buckethead go on the scavenging as well, though?
Yes.
That might be our window, Alex, while they're out.
Still a dozen people to confront, but yeah, it is significantly less. If you're guessing if you were to wait till like an hour after they've gone, like their screams and cries probably wouldn't bring in additional people, hopefully.
It'll be up to the cards.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Can I do like a... Oh, okay, go ahead.
Hmm. 12 is still quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. What if we... No, because that would take time. That we have. Because I was thinking like we can dress up as merchants or something. Sell them food. Yeah.
Yeah. I burned both of the ends of all of these.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not a great cook. But you're down to a dozen, and yeah. Of course. Yeah. Oh, and they eat 3 more people. They also brought back different stuff that they found and whatnot. They even found some like tins of food and stuff that they managed to break open.
Do they feed the prisoners?
They give them a little bit of water and a little bit of food because that is the best way to keep food fresh. All right. I learned that in Asia.
And are they able... Like, how healthy are they? Like, if we burnt them out, would they be able to run?
Run? No.
No.
You doubt they'd be able to walk. Maybe crawl. Crawling, maybe.
Yeah, so we need like a way out for them as well. Even if we manage to like kill all of them.
Run. Well, and the good news, the longer you observe them, the less prisoners you'll have to rescue. But on the bad news, you're both very hungry, and you've gone 1 day without food and water.
Well, I mean, we can go back to the embassy and you can come back.
You want to go back to the embassy?
I mean,
There'll be a climb down, there's stealth roll, then you'll be there.
oh, yeah, with Trump.
Trump out there, yeah. Then you'll make a big hologram appear that somebody may or may
Can't we get into the building? Or it can't see. That can't see us?
So climb roll back down off of your little.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, it's the whole getting them out there. I mean, 12 people, still a lot of people to fight, the two of us. And on top of that, we're going to have, 50 odd people that can't even walk.
Yeah, there's about 60 something, yeah. Oh boy, okay,
Even another, I'm taking off the other 10 they're probably going to week by the time we actually save them.
It just shows me getting closer and closer to Doc's girlfriend, Kim. She's looking like she's not a happy bunny.
No. And we can't get, like, I don't know, maybe we can get reinforcements from, like, basically be like, we'll give you food if you help us take this place.
So it's a bit boring, but I doubt anyone's going to go up against her.
The local warlord of the area, who's been reigning in fear for who knows how long.
Well, that's the thing. If we kill him, it might inspire the others to be like, yeah. Well, you know. Now, yeah?
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Cool. When Buckethead went off to scavenge, how many people went with him?